Wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
And as they gear up for this challenge on the road, a look at the Cavaliers. These guys meet and with great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the center. Here's White, and it's sent back by Drummond. Pass to Sexton. 11 feet away. Osman. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Sexton, the pass to Garland. Now the feed to Drummond. Clock at 6 to the wing on the left. Here's Sexton, and he's good on the three ball.
This is a shot Colin Sexton has worked so hard to improve on. Can he be consistent from three-point range?
And Levine, here we go, and it's sent back by Drummond. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
We're beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. Here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Now here's Levine, defended by Sexton.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
And it's sent back by Carter. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Now here's Garland. He's guarded closely. The Bulls have gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. For 3, Levine, and the Bulls with another miss.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Sexton, the pass to Drummond. And it's sent back by Carter. There's Garland. That 3 off the mark. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game. Saransky's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Dunn comes in for White. Now Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Chandler Hutchison in for Otto Porter Jr. A switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Drummond. Here's Thompson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Young finds Satoransky.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Can't connect from long distance. Cleveland leading by 8. Windler the pass to Thompson. On the wing, Porter. 6 to shoot. Back to Thompson. The pass to Garland. There's the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
1:02 left to play in the first quarter. And here is Garland. And he banks in the layup. Garland's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical. Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Cleveland shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And he makes the first. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Windler, the pass to Thompson. Here's Windler. Dunn covering. They get it back. The putback. The putback is no good. Here's Cornette. No good with the triple. And so it's Cleveland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Harrison out there with Dunn. Then there's Valentine. And it's Young. And it's Cornette in at the 5. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Clock at 2. Sexton. Here's Thompson. Left side, Nance. Outside, Porter. Shot clock resets for the Cavaliers. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Young with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Valentine kicks to Dunn. Here's Harrison. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Cornette passes to Young. Here's Dunn. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lowry Marketing comes in for Young, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Harrison. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Harrison's got his first 2 points. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev? Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Bulls.
Their defense has taken on a new life since the break. I mean, they're getting into teams, forcing turnovers, and they look like a different group.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Porter's checked in for Valentine, and Satoransky subbed in for Harrison. Sexton kicks to Love. Shoots over Markkanen, and Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Sexton.
But you know Kevin Love is ready in catch-and-shoot situations. Beautifully done.
Carter finds Porter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Carter, the pass to Satoransky. Back to Carter. White with it. Defended by Drummond. 5 to shoot. Markkanen trying to break loose. And that one's good by Porter.
Now that slender frame sometimes lets Porter slip right through the cracks and get to the rim.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Wendell Carter. And Levine subbed in for White. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Garland's checked in.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
.12 left to play here in the second quarter. Love wide open. He fires. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Well, there's the mid-range game of Kevin Love on point. Boy, you give him a little daylight, he's going to make that shot.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Here is Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Levine, good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the half. Garland with it. He has 7. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
Levine, good.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Feeds to Drummond. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Lays it up and banks it in.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And what we've seen recently from Zach LaVine is his willingness to embrace more responsibility. And that has helped him become one of the game's most prolific scorers.
Here's Garland, banked in off the glass. Garland's got 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the first half is now in the books. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq. And that does it for our halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beeline's 5. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And that one's good. Osman.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
To the middle. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Stolen by Carter. Passes it to Levine. Misses the 3.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Sexton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton, wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving, doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
White looking around. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Now, here's Garland. He's got 9. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Love. And Love throws it down.
Oh, guys, Love leaves no doubt with the finish on that one.
Outside, Levine. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Drummond.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Here's Osman, guarded by Porter. Now Sexton. 5 points in the game, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Harrison comes in for Zach LaVine. Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Chicago making a switch here. Young's checked in. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph?
And here we go, Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Cleveland leading by 8. Porter looking it over. 1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Nance. Here's Windler. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. They grab their own miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Cornette. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Porter finds Nance. Drains the 19-footer. Nance has got his first bucket of the night.
How about the confidence in the catch and shoot of Mr. Larry Nance Jr.? Okay, we see you.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Young. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
Here's White. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Sexton the pass to Nance. And Nance slams it in.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
White wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 8. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That'll be his second foul of the game. 15 seconds left to play here in the third. Now, here's Sexton. Dunn covering. Sexton kicks to Thompson. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
The third quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Levine. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Chris Dunn. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Hutchinson in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Pass to Garland. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Down low. Nance passes to Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
So for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Dunn. And Cleveland also making a change. Drummond's checked in for Larry Nance.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points. Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Garland the pass to Drummond. Here's Osman. Clock at 4. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Can't connect from short range.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. And here is Garland. To the wing right side. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Windler. Guarded by Levine. Windler, the pass to Garland. Carter pulls it in. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Levine for 3. Garland with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Down low, and there's the pass to Windler. Back to Thompson. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Windler with the bucket.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Porter kicks to Levine. Not going to go that time. Good D by Thompson. Cavaliers leading. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Windler. That one wide left.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Satoransky with it. A three-pointer is right on target.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Here's Osman, guarded by Porter. Tries from the block. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Levine. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Garland. That one goes. Count it. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Windler, the pass to Drummond. Here's Osman, defended by Carter. Here's Osman. And Thompson kicks to Osman. Fires from deep. He can't get that one. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
shit crowd me to edit. Yeah, I see face so get it. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need to play to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. Now you said what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss.
And the Cavaliers already with a focused look on their faces. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Robinson is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Kicks it out to Love. Back to Sexton. That ball's great assist by Love. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Garland kicks to Drummond. No good from outside. Butler deciding where to go with it. Offensive rebound.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Love. Sinks that one from the post.
If your goal is to create a high percentage look, get it to Love in the painted area. From there, he'll usually make the right decision.
And stolen by Drummond. Passes to Love. And the dunk by Love.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Nunn following the score by Cleveland. Launches a 3, cans it from downtown. Nunn's got 6 points.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Here's Osman. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. There's Garland. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Pass to Nunn. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Jones. Good D from Love. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
And you know, so often, that's what it comes down to. Who can convert when it matters most?
So both teams changing it up here.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the score by Miami. Garland dishes to Love, and Love throws it down.
Look at him rising above the defense. Kevin Love with the statement finish.
Hero passes to Olynyk. 1:16 left in the first quarter of the game. Dragic looking it over. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Here's Hero. Off target from outside. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Cavaliers leading. Now, Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Thompson. Crowder with the steal. In the corner, Iguodala with it. To the inside. Crowder kicks to Iguodala. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Here's Windler. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a high scoring. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Myers Leonard, Iguodala out there with Dragic. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Silva in at the 4. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The wide open look here for Garland. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And Steve, over the last half decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player. He comes through when it matters.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Now, here's Adebayo. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Nunn passes to Silva. Here's Adebayo. Butler in the corner, just 4 to shoot. Over Drummond. Misses off the right iron. Well, the Cavaliers shooting about 42% so far. Tipped away. Butler with the steal. Adebayo kicks to Butler. Back to Adebayo. It's stolen by Nance. Butler with the steal. All sorts of time. That's good on the jump shot. Nunn's got 8 points.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Sexton the pass to Drummond. Left side Nance. Leonard with the steal. To the middle. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. And now it's a 9-point Heat lead. 1:56 left in the first half. Sexton dishes to Drummond. And another miss by Cleveland.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. A three from Leonard. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Love's checked in for Larry Nance. Jones the pass to Adebayo. Porter with the steal. To halt the run. And it's Osman missing. The Heat leading by 9. Butler with the ball. Guarded now by Sexton. And there's the call on Cedi Osman. That's his first foul. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Olynyk the pass to Hero. Dragic left side. Nails the baby hook. Dragic has got the lead up to 11 now for Miami.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Outside for Robinson. Here's Olynyk. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Thompson. Outside Porter from downtown. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Windler. Robinson with the block. There's Dragic with the three. Oh, he got it to go! Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. And that
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, the spotlight usually is on the head coach. Well, Smitty, what makes for a great assistant coach on the staff in your eyes?
Well, I think when he has a great relationship with the coaches and also he has a great relationship with the players. I also love the assistant coaches that are very detailed, and also some of those guys, they have great insight on what a coach can see. It's still a team, and there's some great assistants out there.
Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in a point guard. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Osman the pass to Sexton. From outside off the mark. And it's the Heat with the ball. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And that one's good. Osman.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Butler on the wing. The dish to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Butler kicks to Jones. Here's Nunn. Sexton grabs the board.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Osman. Drummond passes to Nance. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Love what Drummond did on that play. Kept his eyes up, and he was being unselfish.
Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. That free throw good from Nance. And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach. Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution, sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Offensive rebound. Osman, the pass to Nance. Over to the left wing. Garland kicks to Osman. No good on the triple. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Miami. They lead by 11. Crowder, the pass to Iguodala. Here's Nunn from deep. Windler with the rebound.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down. It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Now here's Adebayo. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. On the wing, Iguodala, covered by Nance. Here's Nunn. Offensive rebound, Heat. The kick out to Crowder. Good ball movement here by Miami. Iguodala, the pass to Leonard. Here's Nunn from 13 feet. It goes down. Nunn's got 10.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
From 8, it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Iguodala. He's guarded closely. Here's Leonard. The Cavaliers pull it in. Windler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Garland. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat leading by 13. Outside Crowder. Iguodala kicks to Crowder. Adebayo passes to Nunn. Off target from 3-point range.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And how about the unselfishness? Drummond can be a willing and creative passer at times.
There's the pass to Iguodala. Here's Nunn. He's got 10. Outside Crowder. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to Windler. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 11 points. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Silva in at the 4. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 7 points for Goran Dragic.
He's letting someone else be the catalyst. Goran Dragic has been working on his catch-and-shoot game.
Here's Sexton. The offensive rebound. Thompson inside. The kick out to Porter. Here's Thompson. Second chance shot and foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Maybe we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Now here's Butler. From deep. Love grabs the board. And here's Sexton. Tries again. And Thompson kicks to Sexton. And a wide open look for Porter. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hero passes to Olynyk. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Pass to Butler. Pulls up on the elbow, and it goes down 2 points.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Sexton with it. He kicks it to Love. Pass to Windler. Sexton with it. Fires it up. And the shot is long.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Here's Porter, and Butler sends it back.
On the prowl, Butler with the block shot.
And the pass to Hero. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And Olynyk kicks to Butler. Back to Olynyk. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
Look at the unselfishness by Kevin Love. Doesn't have what he wants, finds a wide open teammate.
Now here's Dragic. Outside Butler. At the elbow, Jones. Dragic finds Jones. Back to Dragic. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by Jones. 10 points for Goran Dragic.
Good rhythm from deep. Goran Dragic always more accurate when he's shooting under control.
Outside, Porter passes to Thompson. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Garland's checked in. And then for Miami, Adebayo is checked in for Olynyk. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. Sexton dishes to Love. And Thompson kicks to Sexton. Shot from the top of the key. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Heat.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Butler.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays. And he did that tonight.
Now, here is Robinson. After Colin Sexton's miss. Jones, the pass to Adebayo. And that one drops for him.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Garland, the pass to Love. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put
Our camera circling high above. We are nearly ready.
Well, we're seeing a new trend.
To talk about this, David, some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard. And for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point. Bean passes to White. Butler kicks to Jones. Good work defensively by Carter. Here's White. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. White's got his team on the board to start the game for Chicago. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. Nailed from three-point land.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like they're going a long way.
Outside, Jones. Robinson against Levine. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The baseline J. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
It's stolen by Jones. Butler passes to Adebayo. Out left to the wing. None, that's good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
Robinson passes to Jones. To the paint. Here's Nunn. Here's Adebayo. A second chance effort. The shot that time not on target. So the Bulls will take it the other way. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
The Heat have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Puts up a 3. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 5.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
On the wing, Levine. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Poke loose. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Stolen by Markkanen. Levine feeling it out a bit. And again, no good by Chicago. Miami trailing. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Getting out on the break. Butler completes the transition play.
Out to the wing. Here's White. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
And the Heat going with a whole new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for Levine.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Here's White. They get it back.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
And Dragic with the basket on the assist from Olynyk.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate, and that feed was phenomenal.
Young, right side, shoots over Crowder. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And Olynyk kicks to Iguodala. Back to Olynyk, uncovered. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Wow, you can't leave him open. Olynyk will knock it down every time.
It's deflected. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Hero. Drills it from outside. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Young on the wing. Back to White. Three-pointer. And it's Miami with the rebound. This one for 3. Hero, no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat lead by 2. Back after this. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
Dragic is out there with Hero. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Silva in a power forward. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Leonard. Passes it to Silva. Ring shot on the way. And it's in there. Hero's got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat. We often talk about problems between the players and fans. I'm sure there are some things that fans do, Chris, that players do appreciate.
Oh, yeah, Kev. And you know what we really appreciate? The good trash-talking fans.
Oh, really?
The clean trash-talking fans. Oh, Weber, you suck. You can't shoot. So what? You just dunked on the whole team. Like, don't stop in the first quarter, good fans. You know, keep going when I'm giving it to you all game long. So you love that. You love the crowds, too, that don't need to be hyped up by a PA guy. You love the ones that are just so sincere. When they see that kissing camera come on, they go crazy, or they're just cheering for both teams in great play, though they want their teams to win. And you love, again, the creative heckler, the one that had to think about it the day before, like the ones that comes in with the sign and it's a picture of you crying or look like you're crying with words under like, hey, you didn't get asked to prom today, or the face on Chris after he missed the shot. You love that because it is a great relationship. Don't be fooled, and you know this, Kevin. It's a great relationship between players and the fans, and we need those fans to heckle us because when you heckle the best players, you usually get their best game.
No good on the shot, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Here's Dunn. Young on the follow. Young's got 6.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Hero passes to Dragic. Launches a 3. The Heat get it back, and a new 14. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
Chicago making a switch here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Bulls trail by 5. Markkanen inside the line. Another one falls for Chicago.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
There's the pass to Robinson. And there's 1:45 left here in the second. Here's Nunn. Connects in the foul line jumper. He has 7.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And showing some terrific range.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Fires at the elbow. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's finally got into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Levine. The Heat have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Leonard, the pass to Nunn. Back to Leonard, over Carter. They get the rebound.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. On the wing, Porter. Defended by Butler. Leonard with the steal. Robinson drives in to the inside. Offensive rebound. Butler kicks to Robinson. For the 3. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Heat. Iguodala comes in for Robinson. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Dunn. Satoransky finds Levine, drops in the tray. Levine's just got 10 points in the quarter.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
Here's Nunn. Satoransky covering. Here's Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes both free throws. Here's White. And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, it was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held at 2 points. And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris.
Oh, wow!
Nice! Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Here's Nunn. No good on the 3.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
Now here's Levine. He's got 12. The kick out to Porter. Pass to White. Another shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot, plain and simple. He's trying to force something that's rarely a good idea.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
It's stolen by Jones. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. Well, some very valuable players right here. Big men who can create turnovers for their teammates inside. These are the power forwards and centers with the most assists in the past month. Fourth, Bam Adebayo.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
Yeah, Greg. And the way they move the ball is tremendous. I love seeing that kind of pass work being done out there, out of the post.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now, here's Valentine. Defense right on him. Shots good from Young. Here's Dragic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Hero. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Hero's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
Here's White. And it's off from three-point range. Heat have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating the whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college.
I would agree. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's foul number 2 for him.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Carves out position, holds his ground, makes it an easy call for the ref.
Chicago making a switch here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Valentine. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Outside Crowder. Pass to Olynyk. He kicks to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. It's not going to go for him. Good defensive work there by Young.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And the basket by Hutchison.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
It's Crowder on the wing. Heat moving the ball around. Iguodala's drive. Again, the miss by the Heat.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
The shot by Harrison, no good. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Olynyk. Shoots the 3. It doesn't go for him. Here's Satoransky, and that one is hammered home.
just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Yeah, Kevin, this is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
The points coming in. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA is headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Jay Crowder. Olynyk is out there with Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Crowder, the pass to Olynyk. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Kelly Olynyk grew up in Toronto. In 7th grade, his family moved to Kamloops, British Columbia. He and Steve Nash are 2 notable players to come out that region.
Robinson's checked in for Crowder. And Chicago also making a switch. Levine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, very smooth touch on the stroke.
And the basket by Hutchison.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Nunn. Dunn covering. Silva, the pass to Olynyk. Got a piece of it.
Well, a step in the right direction. Marketing must continue to make these kinds of efforts on defense.
The shot's good. And it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Robinson for 3. Unable to get that one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Heat shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Iguodala against Levine. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he did.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. And a change for the Bulls. Carter's checked in. The Heat trail by 8. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. The pass to Hutchison. Back to Satoransky. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Nunn. Satoransky covering. Here's Robinson. Olynyk. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Levine at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Wow, the quickness Levine possesses is just fantastic. At times, he overwhelms you with it on these drives inside.
And some changes here for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jones comes in for Leonard. And it's Jimmy Butler in for Andre Iguodala. Chicago also making some changes. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's White in for Satoransky. And Adebayo throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Chicago.
Levine kicks to Porter to the right side. Here's White. A 3-pointer, no good. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. Here's Nunn. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And this is the level of unselfishness that Butler brings. A total pro who moves the ball well.
Here's Levine. Second shot opportunity. Robinson with the block. They get it back. Out to the right wing. Here's White. Off target with his 3. The Heat trail by 7. Robinson passes to Nunn. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Levine wide open. Bulls with the first shot clock.
I love the effort there. It's huge whenever Markkanen uses his body and height to grab offensive boards.
Here's Nunn. Light covering. Nunn can't get it to fall. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And because of his skill set, Levine often puts the defense in tight spots. I mean, you have to be careful guarding.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic has checked in.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
To the wing right side. There's the 3. Miami no good on that time either. And here are the Bulls now. They have a 9-point lead. Porter, no luck.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay-in.
The kick out to Dragic, over Carter, and Dragic with the basket on the assist by Robinson. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Outside, Levine. For 3. Off on that one. And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at small forward. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the 1. Drills the three-pointer. At the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers, like embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
4th
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year, and some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Now here's Garland. Love, no luck. Now here's Porter. Defense is right there. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Now Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Passes it to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. Up again. Chicago grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
Here's Garland. Following the basket by Otto Porter. Pass to Drummond, looking to end the run. Yep, it counts.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Porter, no luck. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Markkanen. Now the pass to Sexton. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Yeah, how about the positioning there, Kevin? Just waiting on that side of the rim, knowing the ball was going to ricochet right to him.
Levine with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Markkanen, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Osman, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 5.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And it's Carter missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Levine, here we go. He gets it in there. 5 points in the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
And here we go. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost him.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he can't get the first one.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Outside, Porter. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. The kick out to Porter. 34 seconds left to play here in the first. The shot, no good. Here's Dunn. And yes, it's good.
If you don't stick with Dunn, he'll burn you. What quickness down the floor.
27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And here's Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Satoransky. Basket counts.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Got it off in time, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And really, Dunn plays with a real edge on D, staking his territory and showing off his impressive reach.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Thomas Satoransky. He's out there with Dunn, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 slot. Now Sexton, following the miss by Dunn from deep. The kick out to Porter. It's hauled in by Cornette. Pass to Windler. Fires for 3. Here's Thompson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's stolen by Nance. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. Thompson misses. Chicago trailing here. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it. Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Here's Windler. Nance passes to Windler. Trying to get open is Thompson. Goes back up, shakes him, and Thompson throws it down.
That's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Cornette can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Windler. Thompson up top. He feeds it to Nance. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Hutchison. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Windler. There's the dish to Nance. Good defensive work there by Young.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Following the three-point basket by Chicago. Sexton deciding where to go with it. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. And here are the Cavaliers now. The Bulls getting the bucket. And Nance kicks to Thompson. And the basket is good. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Tristan Thompson not wasting any time having the ball in that situation to get 2.
Hutchison's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 4. Nance passes to Sexton. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Here's Young. No good. Nance with some nice D. Right side, Porter. Down low. Out to Thompson. Back to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Nance controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department. That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Now, here's Garland. 3-pointer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we finish one half of basketball. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Andre Drummond with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Ashman and Love are the forwards. Thompson is out there with Garland. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Now, here's Garland. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Garland. Drummond's got the lead up to 9 now for Cleveland. Tipped away. Here's Levine. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Garland dishes to Love. Over in the corner, Osman. Kicks to Thompson. Back to Osman. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 15th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. And here are the Cavaliers now after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Here's Osman, White covering. They get it again. Drummond off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Osman. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Don't want to see athleticism wasted just on offense as Sexton uses it that time to get an offensive board.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Porter with the steal. And stolen by Sexton. He dishes it to Love. There's the lob to the hoop.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bulls trail by 13. You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
Bean passes to White. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Osman. And the 3 off target. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And when Porter is committed to finishing, there's no stopping him. Looking absolutely determined on that drive.
Here's Sexton. The Bulls getting the bucket. Out to the right wing. Pocket 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Osman. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
And so here's Cleveland. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And both free throws good for Drummond. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Pass to Young. Valentine with it. From deep three-point range, it's Drummond with the rebound. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Bulls trail by 11. And here's Young from the arc. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Windler, and here's Porter. The pass to Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass. Drummond's got the lead up to 13 now for Cleveland.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Valentine shot good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Garland. He has 5. Pass to Drummond. With 4 seconds on the clock. It's off. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Chris Dunn is out there with Harrison, and it's Valentine in at the 3.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The shot's good from Nance. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. Brent, with offensive rebounding, which players can you count on to create second chance opportunities every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years, so it'll be interesting to see, if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick-back guy.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give them a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Dunn. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
I love seeing Dunn use his creative side to get these calls. He is simply amazing at putting defenders in a tough spot.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in. Cleveland leading by 12. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now here's Garland. Dunn covering. 6 to shoot. Garland kicks to Porter. Over Harrison. Porter can't get that one to fall.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Dunn. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What insane body control by Dunn, driving straight into the heart of the defense and burying the shot even with the contact.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Harrison. Now, here's Garland. He kicks it to Drummond. The 15-footer. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Here's Osman. Back to Sexton. To the middle. Here's Drummond. Love with a wide open look. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Kevin Love recognizes the space before he caught the ball, so plenty of room to shoot that ball.
Markkanen, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Bulls making a change here. White's checked in. Outside, Levine. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And in flashes, Levine has shown he can be a star. Now, he has to put it all together on a consistent basis.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Garland dishes to Drummond. Here's Sexton. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Garland with it, wide on him. And Love throws it down.
Kevin Love showing you he's got a little vert getting up to the rim.
Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Osman kicks to Garland. Passes to Love. And again, it's Cleveland. Bulls trail by 13. Outside, White. No good that time. Great D that time from Love. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Cavaliers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Drummond.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Now White, after Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Garland, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Shoots. Missed. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were...
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke.
Coming to you tonight from the... And let's... It is indeed, D.A. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And checking out Cleveland, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. Butler finds Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. And Love's got the ball here for Cleveland. Last time they met in Cleveland.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Pass to Nunn. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get...
Oh, young fella. With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Here's Jones. He can't get that one, so Cleveland will take it the other way.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Drummond passes to Garland. Over to the wing. Passes it to Drummond. Over Robinson. And again, it's Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 6.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And here we go. Love heading to the hoop. And it's Miami with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Here's Osman, defended by Jones. Here's Drummond. It's stolen by Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Here's Nunn. And again, it's the Heat missing. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Sexton. Good on the three-point shot.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
He'd have got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. Here's Nunn. Pass to Jones. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Garland kicks to Sexton. Kicks it out to Love. To the left side wing. Just 2 to shoot. Garland with the bucket. The Heat trail by 9. Robinson passes to Nunn. Right wing. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Outside Dragic. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. Windler, the pass to Drummond. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Just 5 on the clock. Drummond in the post. He's guarded by Adebayo. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Dragic, the pass to Crowder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Kevin, let's not forget, Jay Crowder is a former second-round draft pick. This guy has made his bones in the NBA by adding toughness to every team he's played on.
That one misses. Dragic left side. The second chance effort. Yep, that one goes in there. Dragic has got his second bucket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, up 3. And the
Wins are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 3, the small forward.
You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting, I love it.
And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need, Doris, the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
Here's Hero. From outside, off the mark. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to Chicago. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat making a change here. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Thompson dishes to Nance. Goes up the baseline. The putback, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Nance comes with the double team. Silva, the pass to Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Well, you can see Olynyk not afraid of contact. In fact, there's times he seeks it out. You love his aggressiveness.
Garland, he's checked in for Cleveland. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, you always get great answers from them, too, so there's a great rapport there, I can see.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
The dish to Thompson. Shoots over Olynyk, and it's denied.
Okay, Kelly Olynyk getting up high for that rejection. At 7 feet, that length comes in handy.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Iguodala kicks to Olynyk. He's off on that one. And Cleveland the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
You know what? Playing on the road is always challenging. It requires a level of energy and focus. You've got to match what the home team gives you, and they didn't do it.
Right at the free throw line. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Silva. 1:37 left to play in the first half. Out to Thompson. And there's the pass to Garland. Here's Windler. And here is Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Lets it go. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Silva.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Garland dishes to Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Back to Dragic. He dishes it to Leonard. Porter with the steal. Pass to Garland. To the inside. Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And that's Nance Jr.'s go-to move. This guy doesn't mess around when he gets that kind of position.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
To the left wing. Here's Windler. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Nance finds Porter. Puts one up from 19. Misses off the right iron. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in control with the 9-point. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. They went to work early at both ends of the floor. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've been seeing from Larry Nance.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Robinson. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point guard.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Lets it go from 14. And that one drops. Nunn's got his first points of the game.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
The 5th pick back in 2008 out of UCLA, Doris, Kevin Love, moving back to his alma mater.
That's right. He matched Russell Westbrook for the largest ever donation by a former student athlete. Named in his honor now, the Kevin Love Strength and Conditioning Center is helping others pursue their dreams. How cool is that?
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Butler finds Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And the Heat with some changes. Crowder comes in for Jones. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. Here's Nunn. Lays it up off the glass. Nunn's got his second bucket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's Nunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Sexton the pass to Love. Dishes to Garland. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. And the Heat going the other way now. Here's Butler. Trying to get open is Adebayo. Counted. And the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Jimmy Butler.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. Down low, here's Osman. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Passes it to Porter. 1:19 left in the third quarter. The feed now to Nance. Trying to get open is Thompson. Nance, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Good on the shot. Dragic has got his third basket of the night.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
And Nance kicks to Osman. Pass to Windler. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The shot's good from Nance.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The Heat trail by 9. Outside Dragic. Here's Hero. Off target from outside.
And they continue to control the glass.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Windler. He's guarded by Dragic. Windler with the bucket. Windler's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Now Dragic. He's got 7. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the point. Porter dishes to Nance. 6 on the shot clock. Porter passes to Windler. And the shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to set, correct?
Exactly right.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. A big group substitution here for Cleveland.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
Now, here's Garland. He feeds it to Love. Garland kicks to Drummond. And it's sent back by Leonard. Robinson finds Leonard. Back to Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Cedi than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
Fires the three. Kept alive. And Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Here's Nunn. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Drummond passes to Osman. Now the dish to Garland. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Jimmy Butler comes in for Andre Iguodala.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The Cavaliers leading by 15.
Inside 2 minutes.
To the paint. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
1:41 left in the fourth. Garland kicks to Osman. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jones finds Robinson. To the inside. Stolen by Garland. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Drummond.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 14. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And Love with the second chance points.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Porter dishes to Drummond. He kicks it to Garland. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah, I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel
The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And of course, Chicago, they're much further down in the standings right now.
And right now for Miami, so much has gone right for them this season. They've needed some breaks to go their way, and it feels like they've gotten them all. Now they're poised for success in the playoffs.
And this is when the real work starts. They've proven they can hang with any team in the league during the regular season. Pretty soon, they'll have to prove it all over again in the postseason.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Robinson. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the one. And for Chicago, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at center, locking down the middle. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Robinson with it. Now defended by Levine.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Heat shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we had the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores. I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Outside Butler. Porter with the steal. And here comes one. Leading the fast break. Good.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Got a piece of it. From 11 feet away. And another basket for Miami. And here's Levine. He has 6. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Now here's Markkanen. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. Satoransky's checked in for Zach LaVine, and it's done in for White. Chicago making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. And Satoransky kicks to Cornette. Hutchison passes to Satoransky. Rebound by Olynyk. Miami leading by 5. Good ball movement here by the Heat. They grab their own miss.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
There's a minute 34 left in the first. Olynyk with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Iguodala's running. Passes to Olynyk. That's tipped. Young with the steal. Cornette, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
To the middle, it's tipped. Young with the steal. Here's Dunn, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Strength, focus, hard head approach. Chris Dunn powering through contact.
Dragic against Dunn. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Satoransky. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Hero. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Dunn shot's good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Kicks it to Iguodala. Hero passes to Iguodala. Here's Hero. Inside, Crowder. Rejected by Young. Satoransky looking around. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And just marvelous work on the defensive side from Andre. So good at getting a hand up and contesting shots.
You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult
basketball. That's that.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remains so devoted to the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the court for the Heat, Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Silva in at the four-man position. Dragic gets the bucket.
How about the tempo Dragic plays with? Constantly working for a good shot.
The three sinks the triple. Harrison's got his first 3 points of the game.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Pass to Dragic. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And it's blocked. Valentine with it. He's against Crowder.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
No good from Dragic. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Valentine passes to Young. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Silva. Hits it from three-point range.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Leonard with the steal. And it's the Heat on the break. Silva, the pass to Leonard. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. No good from Dragic. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Satoransky. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Miami's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Leonard with the steal. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Miami leading by 6. From the arc, down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Here's Levine, and Jones sends it back. Porter with the steal. They're running. Kicks it out to Markkanen. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And with this quick break, we can show you the list of the most explosive shooting guards in the NBA so far. Number 5 is Zach LaVine.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
All teams are looking for offense from the two-guard position. These guys provide offense. They are elite players who can carry the scoring load for their teams.
Just 5 to shoot. A 3-ball. Markkanen pulls it in. Bulls trail by 9. And Porter, here we go. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Outside Butler. Pass to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Nunn. The offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
And that's his third foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter, and it's done in for White.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Miami?
Here's Nunn. Dunn covering. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Here's Hero. He kicks to Olynyk, 13 feet away, and the shot goes in. And the Heat lead by 10.
And they like him to be aggressive. And I think Olynyk has the talent to be a difference maker offensively.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Here's Hutchison. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Miami Heat with a... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were able to squeeze ahead. And that does it for our...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Bulls 5 right now. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. Kicks it out to Jones. Trains it from 17 feet out. Isn't it interesting, Smitty, we're seeing guys like Dirk and Vince Carter play into their 40s. I'm wondering if this is a byproduct of improved nutrition and conditioning, and if that accelerates this trend.
I think it does, Kevin. I also agree to add to that. I think the game is less physical. I think a lot of those guys are taking care of themselves, but when the game is not as physical, it's a lot more perimeter. You can play longer. I'm curious, Kevin, will anybody play into their 50s?
You know, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a good question.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of the last 10 from that area.
Quick first step. Wendell showing he can put the ball on the floor and drive it.
Here's Nunn. Offline with his 3. Bulls trail by 10. Here's Levine. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Levine's got 11 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Nunn. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Robinson. Here's Butler. Misses off the left iron. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Carter the pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Nunn, that's good.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Right side, White, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Zach LaVine.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Cans the shot with nobody near him. He's got 6. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 8-point game. Here's Harrison. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agreed. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Chris Dunn comes in for White. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Heat. Hero comes in for Robinson. Up top, Dragic. Dunn covering. 11 feet away with the putback. It's good on the putback. Olynyk's got his 2nd basket.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Hutchison. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And Young with the stuff.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
The Heat leading by 6. Outside, Dragic. And he makes that one.
Absorbing the contact, finishing the play. Dragic has that great body control.
Count the basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Heat have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the 3rd quarter. He dishes it to Leonard. Back to Dragic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Some changes for Chicago. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. And Satoransky subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. And Miami with a change here, too. Crowder's checked in. Dunn misses. And Miami shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Here's Markkanen. That one good for 2.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Outside Crowder. Outside Dragic. To the middle. The kick out to Crowder. Stolen by Markkanen. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Miami ahead, leading by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the floor for Miami, they've got Dragic. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Jay Crowder. And there's Iguodala. And it's Hero into the 2.
The ability to play inside out. The more Markkanen attacks the rim, the more he creates opportunities for their perimeter game.
Shots good by Hero.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
Olynyk with the steal. Goes up. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Whenever Andre gets loose on the break, you have to reward him. Great job running the floor, one of the best in the business.
Here's Satoransky, and no good that time. Good work defensively by Crowder. The Heat leading by 8. Hero passes to Dragic. And it's Iguodala missing. And Chicago shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. And that one's good by Porter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Well, he was a champion in Italy. We see what Dragic has done in the NBA. He's had a solid career, and he's still evolving.
So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Zach LaVine comes in for Satoransky, and it's White in for Dunn. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jones comes in for Crowder. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. Here's LaVine. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Robinson against LaVine. Robinson kicks to Dragic. Over White. Here's Adebayo. Robinson passes to Dragic. Clock at 6. The 15-footer, good. Dragic has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a cagey decision by going Dragic. No one stops the ball, so he just keeps going.
LaVine, good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Jones, the pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Carter left side. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jones, no luck.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Porter dishes to LaVine. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
Up top, Dragic. Light covering. Outside for Robinson. Outside, Jones. The Heat need to get a shot off. Adebayo. It's on target from the high post. And the Heat lead by 8.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
It's stolen by Jones. Down low. And Adebayo throws it down.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Heat.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. Robinson down low. Guarded by Porter. Robinson misses. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. Trailing by 10. Got that one up quick.
You look at Levine's jump shot. It's very hard to contest because he gets great lift off the floor.
Robinson passes to Dragic. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now Levine. Porter finds Levine. 6 to shoot. From deep. Again, Levine missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.